What do you think of this? There was an 11-year-old girl up in Colorado that was handcuffed as part of her discipline.
What did she do?
Well, she was in school and she was kind of wandering the hallway during lunch, and a school's assistant came up to her and said, "What are you doing?" And I guess she said she was cold, needed a sweater from her locker, but she was kind of, irritated with the assistant, kind of giving her attitude for an 11-year-old girl. Well, when the principal started talking to the kid, she turned her back on the principal, walked away, and said, "I don't have time for this." So what did the principal do? Well, after they tried to mediate with the school counselor, she was handcuffed and taken to a juvenile holding facility called The Link. And they say that handcuffing students like that is standard procedure, but the girl's mom, she found out about this and say they treated her daughter like a criminal, and how dare they?
And how did their daughter treat her teacher and principal?
Extremely rude. That's how she treated them.
Was this an officer that did the handcuffing, and it's kind of a detention room the officer takes the student to?
Yep, it was an Adams County and Colorado sheriff. So they did it. They handcuffed the student, 11-year-old girl. And, do you think this is too harsh for an 11-year-old girl?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's policy at the school. Mm-hmm. So it's in their handbook. They do this to all kinds of students, but this mom thinks that her daughter is special and doesn't need to be disciplined. Is that what she's telling me? She
said they're treating them like criminals, and they're not. They're kids. So she's talking about all kids. She doesn't believe that this is what should happen when a student gives a teacher attitude like that.
If her daughter stays out of trouble, we don't have to worry about these things now, do we?
Well, I guess so. Maybe everyone should just turn their back on the principal and say, "I don't have time for this."
Man.
But maybe, I don't know. Do you think it's too harsh for them to handcuff students like that as part of their disciplinary action? Give us a call. Tell us what you think.
No, I think children should learn respect at home, and if they're not going to learn it at home, they need to be taught it at school. And I do not think that child was treated any differently than she treated the adults.
It's handcuffs now or handcuffs when she's about 18 years old, huh?
Amen.
That's a good way to look at it.
If they'd taught the child at home, she wouldn't have done it.
They got to look at it this way. They doing it to protect the student and protect the teacher.
All right, yeah, I think we've seen that in the past, that even if you're just 11 years old, you can do a lot of damage.
Yes, ma'am.
We basically have our principals and our teachers handcuffed, by not letting them discipline our kids.
Point well taken. What's your name?
My name is Johnny Cooper.
Where are you calling from, Johnny?
From Winter Haven.
Yeah, I know you're busy. Thanks for calling.
Thanks a lot. Have a good day.
I think she totally deserved it. I think it's parents like this who don't understand the real problem is why our kids are having such a problem.
Come on, her kid's perfect.
No, none of our kids are perfect, even when we think they are.
Mine are. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, what I just saw around the corner taking my kids to school, none of our kids are perfect.
What'd you see?
Oh, my daughter's friend who we've all thought was perfect, he's smoking and talking extremely dirty, so no.
How old is this kid?
Well, they're in middle school and they're in 7th grade, so they're like 13.
We'll just end this conversation now. Hey, thanks for calling. Have a good day.
Thank you.